Welcome back. So, here's what's been happening. We were running around this cave, and then my mother told me that the wolves needed help. So I tried to leave the cave, but then there were elves. So nobody would let me leave. And it was complicated. I really wanted to go, and they said, don't shoot the elves. And I said, maybe I can talk to them. And they said, don't do that either. And then they decided it would be a better idea to have Harbeck climb up a tube. And I'm not sure this is a better idea because it turns out the elves are at the top of the tube. So we should have just gone out the front door because I think the elves are trying to collapse the cave that we're in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. So we left off with Harbeck plummeting some 220 feet.
Well, we don't know how many of those feet. I'm in a little hole. I might be able to stop myself on the sides, right?
So exactly how does slow fall work for a monk?
Well, the text for slow fall is, well, I'll just push the button and then you can read what slow fall does. But it's certainly at the DM's discretion to determine if the circumstances warrant slow fall stopping me instead of, like this is sort of a unique circumstance of falling.
How much friction can you create with the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet on the sides of the cliff face?
25 less damage than I would if I fell all the way down.
I don't think 25 damage would save you in this circumstance. But you are right. This hole is Harbeck-sized. It's like designed... It's almost like a gravity chute from Star Trek. Or a gravlift.
So if it's Harbeck size, then wouldn't, as he's coming down, it create more air pressure underneath him, also slowing his fall? Like a piston?
There's a lot of space at the bottom of it for the air
Yeah,
to
I was
come
going to
out.
say, I don't think it's enough of a vacuum to make that work.
Yeah, not
But we
quite.
closed the door to the whole
No,
cavern.
we didn't. We opened it when we came in.
Yeah, but then,
And then we
it was
closed it
closed
behind
Pressurized air is kind of
There was
bouncy.
a-
Maybe I shoot back out of the hole.
But do you think he's going to...
If I open my shirt up to the circumference of the hole.
Quick, roll your fake physics die.
We don't have a fake physics die, I'm afraid. Harbeck, I'm going to get
I
you to
guess we're just going to try science.
roll an athletics check as you desperately try and brace yourself against the wall as you slide down it.
Hey, is my potion still working?
It absolutely is.
Oh, good.
You could try
Because I'll get the
dropping that
17, not the 1.
Well, you would have gotten the 17 anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, a 21. It's gonna do... fine. What did I say? 220 feet. 220
Yeah.
feet is... This could hurt. I'm not gonna lie, this could really hurt.
Well, that wasn't the plan at all. The plan was to just stop myself.
As long as you roll extremely average and not above average, I think you'll be okay.
Harwick manages to slow himself considerably as he falls. He is going to take... sorry, I'm just doing head maths. 38 points of damage.
Ow. How far down did I fall?
The entire length
Really?
of the tube. You didn't manage to stop yourself. By the time you got to the point where it was easy to brace, you'd already picked up a lot of momentum. And so all you could manage to do was slow your descent as you got closer and closer to the ground. In doing so, you scraped up your hands and your feet as they, dragged along the stony walls. But you did manage to slow yourself considerably so that when you hit the ground with a thump and not a splat. And a thump is much better than a splat.
Man, I was really hoping the shape of the tube that I'd be able to stay near the top and throw the grappling hook when the elf looked over to see how far I fell.
Down, like when you put a quarter in one of those things.
Yeah, just like a marble with arms. So the arms would be hurt because they're not good at rolling, but the rest of the marble would be okay, right?
No, that's not how it works.
But you just picked up speed as you were coming down.
Right.
So, so I catch my breath laying on the ground on a pile of gold. Oh, the elves are up there.
So we should have
Damn
just
it.
gone out the front door.
I tried to
Need
get him
some
with the grappling
berries?
hook. Grappling hook on cue. Thumps out of the hole.
Thump.
I didn't get him.
I'm gonna wander over here and push this button to open the door again.
Okay.
Is the cave still a cave?
Cave
Are
is
there,
still
like-
a cave.
Are there like chunks of rock falling from the ceiling and stuff?
No, but the rumbling has now translated down into the lower levels of the cave system. You can actually physically feel the trembling of the rock around you.
Okay, Brieg is just
Now
gonna
can we
go and
out
like
the front door?
run frantically around, tapping on walls, looking for something that might be a way out. Running around. Oh, also, Harbeck, you okay?
I gave
Nay,
him some berries.
that hurts a bit. I eat all of the berries.
You eat all of the berries,
They are good.
have 10 hit points, and 100,000 calories.
Magical calories. Don't go to the hips.
Not that it bothers you.
So
In fact, if I had a
in
little
the
bit more
drag-
hips, I might have stuck in the hole instead of falling all the way out.
Is the giant cave? There's no exits out of the giant. I remember there was something about it. It was weird that the giant fit in here. I don't see any other ways out in the giant cave,
Yeah,
like running around tapping on walls and stuff.
No, you don't recognize anything in there that would indicate any kind of secret passage or anything like that.
Okay, we check all the ups.
Well, you can have a look around.
I'm very interested in not getting smushed.
Tapping on all the walls in here. Tap, 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 tap.
Also, Din, you should really keep Wolfie with you.
I forgot I had control of that.
You have a wolf now.
We should zoom out a little.
Wait, is this an exit?
No, it's a large pit of doom and despair. On the other side of the pit, some 40 or 50 feet away, you can see more land, more like solid ground, but there is
Okay,
a massive chasm between here and there.
Okay, I start running back yelling, "Guys, I may have found something.
Okay, now we can hear which way he
Guys.
is. Which way is he?
Guys,
I didn't follow him very well. There he is!
I went the opposite way.
follow me, hurry.
Where?
Down here, to the right. Come along."
I'm gonna go pick up all the rope that we left in there.
Oh, good, we'll need it. And the grappling hook, don't forget that.
Right?
Look, I found a giant chasm.
Oh, down is so much better than up. There's very unlikely to be elves down.
Rope.
I think better than either of those would be a cross.
Oh, hey, there's an across. I guess
There's an
that's
across.
better than down. I suppose.
I need to see how magic my magic rope can be. I think it's only 30 feet, which is not...
How far is it?
Which way did you guys go?
So
Up.
out to the main chamber and then right, like the second right.
Right down? Right?
Right
Or right
down.
up?
Right down.
Okay.
Here, come back. Turn around, Din.
What? I went right down.
I'm right here.
Oh, 30 feet. Lame.
How far is it
way.
across?
About
That's not right
55
down.
feet.
That was way
How far
up.
can you jump
This way.
when you get a running start compared to your
Not
speed?
55 feet. Not 55 feet.
How far can you jump when you get a running start compared to your speed?
Up. It's like up to your strength score or something like that.
Ooh, you
in feet.
guys. It's really
Wait, your
far.
strength
Good
score
thing we
in
have this
feet?
magic rope.
That's not very
about
far
that,
at
yeah.
all.
We have a magic rope.
How far down is this hole? We can't see the bottom.
Jump, 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 jump.
I'm gonna start
Brig,
casting
light this rock.
guidance on everyone.
I cast a rock. I cast light on the rock.
I drop the rock down the chasm. And count.
How far does the light last, Brig? It's only like...
There's no ground here.
It's a relatively. It's like a torch, but you can see a torch a really long way off if there's no other sources of light in the way.
Yeah, does the light persist even if it's like a long way away from you though?
Yeah, it's on the object until I cast the spell again or stop, like dismiss it or something
Okay.
for an hour or something like that.
Okay.
If it falls for an hour, we're not going to try and jump across this pit.
But we have the magic rope.
The light falls until it's a pinpoint, a speck. It's gotten to the point where you wouldn't be able to see if it hit the ground. You can see the lights down there. It definitely fell for several seconds. Like, it became a pinpoint of light in the distance. You know, because it's just a rock that's lit up. It becomes a pinpoint of light. And as far as you can tell, it's just sitting immobile in the air.
Wait.
Okay.
So the
How
rock
far is this pit?
fell
50
down
feet?
and did not light up the ground because it fell so far?
Yeah.
Harbeck,
Okay.
I need you to do something, and it's gonna sound crazy.
Well, that wouldn't be very out of
Hit
character
me.
for what I've done in this cave so far.
Hit me.
Hit you.
Punch me.
Fair
Hard.
enough. How hard do you want me to really hit you? Like, am I trying to punch you across the
I
pit?
need to feel it. I need to feel it.
Right. Do you want broken ribs or like
gonna-
bruised
I'm
muscles? Like,
carefully-
what are we going for?
Bruised
I'm tying this
muscles.
rope around you
Bruised
while you're
muscles.
having this discussion.
Okay, fair
I'm
enough.
tying rope right around your waist while you're having this discussion.
Okay.
Rope tied.
I attack Tabarin, who
I don't dodge.
punch. Ooh, minimum damage. Good job.
I take 4 damage, and I misty escape from the attack, teleporting 60 feet to the other side of the cavern. The rope falls off my waist. It's not on me, but I'm on the other side of the cavern, 60 feet away, ready to figure out how we're going to get
I'm gonna
the rest
retie
of
the
the rope
rope
to
to the
me
end
and get
of-
y'all
I'm
over
gonna-
here.
I'm
I did it!
retying
I
the
punched
rope
him
to the
across
end of
the
my
pit!
arrow.
Is there something over there to tie a rope to?
I've retied the
Start
rope to my
looking
arrow.
for something to tie a rope to.
As you glance around, you feel a firm hand grasp your shoulder.
Oh no.
Oh,
Quick,
no.
Misty, escape back.
It's a grasp, it does no damage.
There's an arrow coming at you with a rope tied to the end.
Oh, Din just shot an arrow. Rogar brings up an interesting point.
Well, except apparently there is somebody over there to punch him.
Or we can shoot him with arrows. It'll be fine.
Right. Okay, so yeah, you feel a firm grip on your shoulder.
I look to see what it is.
You turn around and see a black-robed figure wearing a silver mask.
Not an elf. I don't know
Probably
if
the
this
guy
is
struggling.
better.
I need your help.
I tried that the last
don't
time we
sure.
saw a mysterious, dangerous figure.
You wouldn't let me ask the elves.
41 damage later, I was on flat on my back.
He stares at you blankly, tilting his head slightly. His mask leaves him completely emotionless. It's impossible to see what his response is. You can't even see what kind of creature he is, although he is humanoid in stature.
I sure hope you're not an elf, but we've got a bunch of elves that are
Meanie faces.
bringing the entire cavern down. And the rest of my family, friends, is on the other side of this pit. And we need to get them over here before this cavern collapses.
Aw, he called you his family.
He's trying to con the other guy. We know he didn't mean it.
As your eyes
family does
adjust
that kind of
to the soft light that seems to be almost emanating from the mask of the creature that you're staring at, you notice that even its eyes, which are moving, clearly moving, you can see its pupils through the mask. Even like the sclera of its eyes are silver. Whatever this thing is, you've never seen anything like it before. And in your mind, you hear a voice. You don't understand what it says, but you get the general meaning. It seems to indicate that it just wants to be left alone. And with that, you feel a tugging sensation behind your navel, and you find yourself back on the other side of the pit.
Wait, but I shot an arrow. Did you tie it off to anything?
How did you get back here?
Did something
There's-
punch you?
Something in a silver mask
So is he tying off the rope?
doesn't want us on that side of the pit.
Well,
Front door it is!
let's keep
If we can all
looking.
get over there, can he help
we
us
go up
leave him alone outside of the cave?
I can't get back over there. I'm lucky I got back over here, and I don't know how that individual put me back here.
Does anybody have a way of not getting squished right now that does not involve going out the
I'm
front door?
within. We're leaving out the front door right now. And
I think I'd rather be squished.
Okay, you can stay.
Can I get a perception check from everybody, please?
all right, I'll stop moving and roll a perception.
That's the worst.
I'm so good at perception.
Sometimes you are.
You got in the
I
double
have my
digits?
moments. Yeah.
Din and Rogar, you both notice the shaking stopped.
Well, that probably means the front door's not a door.
Really bad.
Wait. If the thing... I told the thing on the other side of the pit that the whole cavern was coming down. And then it sent me back across the pit and left the impression that it wants to be left alone. And if it can send me back over here, maybe it stopped the cave from collapsing?
You're assuming it's a benevolent thing.
It probably is its own safety. If the cavern falls, it falls on that side too. It's saving itself, then in effect saving us.
I'll take saved by accident.
But that still leaves
But
us with, how do we get out?
Well, it leaves us with we go fight the elves that we know, or the new thing that is clearly super magical that we don't know.
Rogar raises an interesting point. Harbit, can I get a perception check from you, please?
Sure.
I
I got the camera stuck. It's like wedged in some terrain there. I got a 20 on my perception.
I sit down at the edge of the chasm. It's like sit down cross-legged on the edge of the cliff, staring across.
I'm heading back over here. Oh, hi Harbeck.
Did my 20 perception check percept anything?
You know that stone wall that Bree was poking earlier? Mm-hmm. That you judged him for poking?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit unusual.
Ooh! I poke it.
Nothing seems to happen.
Oh. What's unusual about it?
That wall.
It just... You're familiar with the natural formation of rock.
Sure.
You're a dwarf. It's what dwarves do.
Mhm.
It doesn't look natural. Something's off about this area.
It all comes around to we should listen to Brig. That's
Brig, there's something weird about this rock you were touching earlier. What'd you do to it?
is that the rock that you told me not to worry about?
It's the rock I was confused why you were fondling. There's much better fondling rocks in here.
I don't. It just seemed out of place to me.
I investigate the rock. Poorly.
I
should
also
investigate
investigate
it.
the rock. Slightly less poorly.
I play the flute at the rock. Because I have nothing better to do. Also
I,
poorly.
I stand by the rock and say, Bello.
No, that doesn't work either.
I'm more interested to see if there's any sort of arcane energy around that area.
I'm just gonna thump on it. Does it feel hollow?
It does
Oh,
feel
just
hollow.
one of those.
I'm gonna thump on it harder and see if I can break a hole in it. Maybe with a quarterstaff instead
Open
of a
it
fist.
faster, we have to go.
Hang on a second. Din, you played the flute, right?
Yeah?
If that works.
He just glazed over that because it made no sense. And then he's like, wait.
I just realized it was a performance check. I think I was in the middle of typing when she did. The song you played, it's a haunting melody, a melody that you learned from your mother. When you play it, you and stop playing because you hear your mother's voice. You hear the next phrase, the next refrain from the song coming from behind the wall that these guys are all poking. And all of you hear that, by the way. It's like Din played the flute and then the wall answered.
Play it again, Babs. I mean, Din.
Okay.
I mean, whoever. Play the thing. Do the thing. So good at characters.
Same thing. Call and response.
Play something
This
else.
wall knows my song. Can't we just try knocking?
Thump, thump, the thump, thump.
Nope. I'll play something else.
I lean up to the door and whisper quietly, or to the wall, whatever, and say, "Could you open, please?"
That's a novel idea, but no, you're just talking to a stone wall.
I said, "Please."
Even being polite doesn't help.
I create with my natural illusion thing, a little illusory, a little illusory door in front of the wall, and then have it open. Maybe if I show it what I want it to do, that'll work better.
Does the did the wall
Showing the
respond
rock
to the
how to
different
open?
song or just the one?
No, it just responded to the one song.
And did it sound like a flute?
Wolf song.
The response?
Yeah, it did.
Play the response.
Okay. I feel a little silly playing the flute at this piece of rock.
Silly enough that you didn't do a very good
Is
job.
that why you did it so
Yeah.
poorly?
Yeah. So I feel so foolish about it. I forgot the second phrase of the song. Oh no, B flat, B flat. I remember now.
Thorough classical musical training out in the Wolflands.
Gonna
I'm gonna-
investigate
I'm gonna-
for any further markings, writings.
Nothing that you can see. Everybody roll a perception check.
I'm gonna ask Arian to sing with me.
Who is Arian?
A wolf.
My wolf.
Oh, Wolf has a name?
Yeah.
Which Zelda game is that? Twilight Princess with the wolf.
I can't remember. Right. Everybody feels the. It's like an aftershock of an earthquake. It's sharp, it's sudden, it shakes the ground, nearly knocking you off your feet. And then the rumbling starts again.
Oh, crap.
What's special about that song?
The wolves taught it to me?
They learned it here in this forest.
I don't know. Nothing. This is a song I play when I'm sad.
Okay, what song do you play when you want to open a door?
Can we
I don't
force our way
usually play a song when
through,
I want to open a
move
door. I
it?
just knock. Why don't you punch it?
I did punch it.
Try playing. Was that the whole song? Perhaps you should try playing the whole thing and see what happens.
I played the whole thing and the wolf sang it.
Is the wall still responding when she plays?
Yeah. Every time she plays part of that song, or even the full song, the wall responds.
Did the wall respond when the wolf sang it?
Nope.
Huh. Well, this is sure a neat parlor trick that isn't getting us out of this cave.
It has to get us out of the cave. We can't go out the front door, and the over the hole is sacred. We can't go that way.
Over the hole is sacred?
Yes?
What? When did we... What? How do we know it's sacred?
My mom told me, just open the door.
How is your mother speaking with you?
Can your mom open the door?
It's complicated.
Did you
It's about
ask
this
her
time
It's not
to
here.
open the door?
a flash of silver light happens right behind you, directly
Uh-oh.
in front of Rogar. And you see a black-robed figure
Uh-oh.
standing there, silver mask.
Oh, good.
And upon closer inspection, you realize that something, you're not sure what, but something has run him through,
Oh,
leaving
no.
a huge gaping wound in his abdomen, which he's
What?
clutching at. And,
Heal. He's rolling initiative and I'm rolling healing.
You should get a
I
bonus
need
to
help.
initiative for rolling it the fastest. Oh! Quick! Somebody got stabbed! Roll initiative!
oh, initiative! Din rushes forward to try and help. And Tabarin starts and prepares himself. But Din, as you try and approach and reach out to touch this black-robed figure who has clearly been wounded in some way, shape, or form, your hand, it makes contact with him, but after it makes contact with him, his cloak and robe just seem to empty of any kind of existence, and a flash of silver light sort of erupts from underneath his cloak, and the cloak falls flat to the ground.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't try healing anymore. That's not how that's supposed to work. I wonder if he has a key. I'm going to start rifling through his garments.
There's still a black figure in front of us.
No, that's what she just evaporated. She just Obi-Wan Kenobi'd him.
Yeah. Oopsie.
So you're searching through his things.
Yeah.
You see his cloak. When you pick up his cloak, there doesn't appear to be anything in it.
What about a hole? Does it have a hole in it?
Yes, it does have.
whatever stabbing him.
Yeah, a large stabby hole in the stomach of the robe.
And blood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it does bleed blood. That's good intel.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Yeah, I thought Rogar had been run through.
No, not really.
No, the thing that appeared.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one who misinterpreted
Yeah, I
that.
totally missed.
Because I was like, oh, shadowy figure just created a large gaping hole in me.
That's what you get for standing over there.
Shadowy thing.
I'm all like, I always try to do that, make sure I'm keeping watch behind us while people are arguing about things. Where we're going.
Is the-
And this time it
is
did
the
not
mask-
work out.
We have one character who's good at keeping his head about him, and one that's always right about what we should do, and the rest of us.
is the
Brig,
mask-
Brig like slumps down by the what I am pretty sure is some sort of secret door that is going to save our lives, and he's just like weeping quietly and pounding on it. Please.
Poor Brig.
Is it just
No,
the
all I
cloak,
can
or is the
picture
mask still here?
Sorry?
Is it just the cloak, or is the mask still here as well?
The mask is actually sewn into the hood.
Fancy.
And it's weird. It feels like nothing. Like it feels like when you pick it up, it's almost weightless, and it feels almost like a fluid in your hand, but it obviously is holding its shape. The silvery patterns in the mask seem to be flowing and not necessarily changing, but just it's really weird. Really weird.
I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna touch it to the door
Okay.
because I don't know how else to open it.
I'm gonna tap the wall with my
Did anything
quarterstaff
happen?
in different locations, and see if I can get different sounds from it.
Are you trying to play a tune?
I want to play the song that Din was playing. I want to play it by tapping on the door. That's my idea.
I got stuck in the wall.
Touching the mask to the door doesn't seem to do anything. Tapping the wall, it just sounds hollow everywhere.
Okay, so it doesn't make different notes,
No.
and the wall sounds hollow, and we just can't get behind it. Do I see any seam? As I am thoroughly searching this wall for like a keyhole or a seam or a door.
You can clearly, by this stage, you've worked it out. This is definitely some kind of secret door.
Great. I touched my Artificer's Guild bracelet to it. Because I have no
Nothing
other
happens.
idea what to do. Just maybe?
Maybe, but nothing happens.
Then
I've got
what if you put on the cloak?
2 ideas left. Put on the cloak, stand in front of it. Maybe try and
Play
Put it on.
your song with the cloak on.
wall. Or I'm just gonna start Eldritch blasting this wall, force damage
I put the cloak
to
on.
pieces.
You put the cloak on?
Yep.
Okay. It's a very comfy black cloak.
You guys, I can't play the flute while I'm wearing this cloak because there's a mask.
Well, you could put the mask on, but yeah, you're right. You wouldn't be able to play the flute and wear the mask.
Well,
What happens if
Tabarin, you wear the cloak. Din, you play the flute. We'll do this thing. This is a good plan. It's better than any other plan I have right now. I'm gonna get out of the way so the door can't see that I'm here.
That's fine with me.
Let's try and trick a door, because that's what we're down to here. Is we need to trick the door to open, because we can't go out the conventional way.
I am, with the cloak on, am going to try and move the door.
So you're putting the cloak on? Are you putting the hood up?
Yes. Yeah.
When you put the hood up and slide the mask over your face, it's like the wall doesn't exist. It's not there at all. You can see clearly through it. On
What
the
do I
other side,
see?
you see like an altar pedestal thingy. The rumbling in the cave has started to intensify further, by the way. If anyone was curious.
I'm gonna go through the wall.
Tabram walks straight through the wall.
Oh, I walk straight through after him.
Thump.
I'm not a wizard.
You are not a wizard. Tabram, you're on the other side of the wall. You see an altar.
Engravings, markings.
Stairs?
Nothing that you recognize. No stairs.
Oh.
I go up to the altar.
It's large, inset in the ground. Like when you walk through the door, you started standing on it.
I stand up right in front of it, and I take the mask off.
Okay. You turn around and you see yourself completely encased in a room.
Are there any, aside from the altar, any objects, any remnants of things?
Nothing that you can see, no.
Din, play the song again.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
he can see what's
Okay.
playing it back.
She plays the song poorly, but plays the song nonetheless. Tabrin, the altar that you're standing on, the runes, the engravings, the swirls and markings all the way around the outside of the altar start to glow and pulse with every note that's played.
I put the mask back on and go through the wall and tell them to keep playing and not stop. And come back through the wall.
Okay.
Keep playing and not stop.
The pulsing continues.
I'm gonna roll an Arcana check to see if I can figure out what's going on.
Okay. 7. No.
No clue.
No idea what is going on here.
Can you toss the cloak back through?
I can try.
Trying to toss the cloak?
I take the cloak off and can I put it through the wall?
Are you trying to pass it through the wall?
Like, throw it.
Throw it? Okay, you throw the mask and cloak at the wall. It passes clean through the wall. You guys have the mask and the cloak on the other side.
Oh
I want to
crap.
check something.
Hope someone else can get in here.
Tabarin, I'll be back in a second. I want to check something out before we all get in there and play around with the altar. So I want to take the mask and cloak and run over to the chasm thing, and put it on and look at the chasm and see if it if there is a way across the chasm that is
a gorgeous, magical, silvery, ornate bridge stretches the entire distance across the gap.
I come running back and say, guys, we can get across the chasm.
No,
Yes.
no, we can't go that way
Why not?
Why not?
because it's sacred.
Okay.
Just put on the cloak and go through the door.
Right, there's
walk
nothing through there. Din, take a walk with me. Just walk around
I walk
here
through
with
to
me.
talk to-
Going into that
And
room
I'm stuck in this wall.
is not going to do any good. Just look. It's just like a
Is the
little
floor
tiny
shaking
room.
inside the altar room?
Sorry?
Is the floor shaking inside the altar room?
Yeah.
Then there's another door or another way out. We can't go out the front and we can't go out the cliff. the hole in the floor.
What's sacred about it?
I didn't ask.
Okay,
Your,
wait. Let's
your family
It doesn't-
is wolves.
It doesn't work like that.
let's ask
There's not
the.
a lot of religion among most wolf packs. I'm confused.
Let's ask the
What
logical
kind of
question
This is
here.
sacred temple.
Din, if we go out the front door, we'll get killed by elves.
can't. Right.
Is going across the chasm worse than being dead?
Maybe.
I'll take a maybe. Let's go.
I'm not going that way.
Tabarin, I toss you the cloak back in.
Okay, the cloak comes back in. Are there any stains, markings, anything about the altar?
No, nothing that would indicate its purpose or its usage.
So my only other thought is Din could go in and play her flute on the altar and see if that makes a difference. See if that does something that playing it next to it does not.
Alright. Gonna come
After
back
that,
out.
I think we go across the sacred chasm.
Din, you're gonna go through and play and see if it does anything.
Yes.
Okay, so who's going inside? Who's inside right now?
Just Din
Din.
playing her flute on the altar.
Can we put the camera in there?
Yeah, absolutely. Put the camera in.
There's a little gap on the side you can fish
Oh,
up
there it
through
is.
and get inside.
You can just sneak in through on the
Okay.
on that side.
I
Yeah.
have wiggled the camera in.
Din, you feel
Theravar. Brandoberus says stop being so silly and come inside. The water's fine.
and the shaking continues to intensify.
Wait, Berevar, is that you, Brig?
Briggs, throw the cloak out.
Oh, right. Here comes the cloak.
Cloaks out.
Okay, I put it in and come in to the altar room.
Okay. You're inside.
Brandoberus.
Yeah? I mean, not me. I'm not. I'm Din.
Brandoberus.
Who are you talking to?
No one apparently. Play your flute again.
Okay.
You can
Perform.
see. Perform.
I'm really
perform.
nervous now.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Sorry, that was a bad one. Let me try again. Not-
Like,
not better.
holds up the flute and it just goes. Excuse me.
Sorry, my
I'm sorry. I just need to
armature's
empty.
getting tired.
The shaking is still getting stronger and stronger.
Put the cloak back out. Everybody else needs to come in here.
In here. Wait. Okay.
Where
I
else
don't
have
know
you
what
got
that's
the
gonna
cloak?
help. Is this
All
even
right.
what
You
did you
need
just
to
say?
trust-
You said something about Brandoberus.
You need to trust me.
I tossed the cloak back out. Is this?
I put it on
what he
and
was
come
talking
in.
about when he said the water was fine?
Oh, I'm too fat. I can't fit through the little crack. Oh, I got it.
In you go.
Toss it out.
You
I
see,
tossed the cloak out.
Rogar, are you coming?
You see the gnome bickering with with Din.
Who's playing
Come
the
in.
flute and being annoyed?
And throw it out. Throw it out. Throw it out to
I can't
Rogar.
defend myself because I'm busy playing the flute badly.
Brandoberus.
Okay, everybody's come inside, and Din's still playing the flute.
Yep.
Okay.
I hope this is an elevator.
Up would be good. Down might be terrible. What if we have to be wearing the cloak while the elevator works? One of us is going to go and the rest are going to get squished.
I need
It's a
need
good thing you're such an optimist, Harbeck.
a real optimist. I need perception checks from everybody.
Uh-oh. Woo!
There
Wow.
are several of us
Oh.
on high alert.
Good thing you guys are being perceptive. I'm busy playing the flute.
And I'm busy going Brandoberus. Brandoberus.
If I
Terrifier
ever
and
roll
Brandoberus.
a character for D&D ever again, he is going to specialize in perception.
It's so important. It's about this time that you guys hear a massive crash. Like, it sounds like the earth itself is being torn apart. Around
It sounds like that because the Earth itself is being torn apart around us.
Yeah, exactly right. So, while you can't see anything that's going on, the ground has started to shake, like a proper earthquake, and you can like feel the rock jumping beneath your feet. It's actually quite terrifying. Incredibly terrifying, actually. Din, you are continuing to try and play your flute.
In a very terrified, poor way.
Okay. And roll another performance check.
Okay.
We seem to have gotten in here in the nick of time.
Assuming that this is any
I'm just
better
gonna
than
glower at you and keep playing my flute.
Who's got the cloak?
Rogar has it.
Rogar.
Rogar, what do you see outside the door?
What do I
Interesting
see
thought.
outside the door?
He could watch.
Keep watch like I normally do.
Yeah, this is true. The rocks have like
No! I've stopped playing the flute. Don't put your head out there. What if everything
We
around
can
the
see
door
through
crashed?
it. Do you
And you
remember?
put oh. No, I forgot that part.
the cavern is falling apart. The roof is caving in. It's quite scary. It's absolutely terrifying. Dinner's gone back to playing a flute. And
Okay.
Well, there's
The last
worse
few weeks have
places
been great.
to spend the rest of your life. Harbeck sits down and sees if he has anything to eat.
he has trail rations.
Ugh. Do I have any spices left? I bought a bunch of spices so I can make my trail rations good.
You do actually have more spices left.
Great. Harbeck's gonna start doctoring up some trail rations and having one of his last meals. I guess there's worse places to be for the rest of your life, but maybe not worse things to eat.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Din seems
You
to
know-
have lost her mind, but you guys notice that the glyphs on the ground are glowing brighter and brighter.
I've never really had friends. The past few weeks have been nice. Thank you.
You're welcome, lad. Do you want some food? Come here. Have a seat. Let's have a meal while we're sealed into a tiny box.
I'm gonna try and attune myself to whatever magic energy is happening and figure out what's going on and learn something.
Well, it's about this time the magic starts to get, or the runes start to glow so bright that, like, you can't help but be paying attention to them. Even Harbeck, who is normally quite focused on his food, one might say. Even
Single-minded
with
in a way.
He is just a little single-minded. If it isn't food or alcoholic, then he's not interested. But the runes have started to glow so bright that it's almost blinding. In fact, you're actually struggling to see directly in front of your face right now. It's all very overwhelming, and you can continue to hear the rocks crashing down around you. This massive cave-in as this entire underground cavern is just completely crushed under tons and tons of rock. And you feel a sort of uneasiness in your stomach.
I hope we're flying.
You're not flying.
We're teleporting.
That
Where-
worked.
Harbeck, Bragg, Din,
Yeah?
Rogar?
Rogar,
Oh,
Rogar.
was he not on the altar?
He was wearing the cloak.
Oops.
Rogar? Play the flute
Rogar?
again. We've got to get back.
Okay, but everybody think of where we were.
Tavern steps right off the altar. We've got to get back, Tavern. Whoop. No, we don't.
I'm not going back in there.
Nope, 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 nope.
Do I see any elves?
Nope.
Great.
Din.
What? What?
Now that you're less stressed about the whole being crushed under tons of rock, you recognize the symbol and the area.
Oh. This is my home.
Wait. This is your home?
Yeah.
How far are we from where we
Rogar
were?
is, though. Quite a ways.
About a week's journey, I think you were from Din's home, roughly.
Well, that's good news on the elven attack front, and quite
I don't
terrible
really know
news
how
on the Rogar can't survive
happened to
in a
Rogar
3x3 box in a cave front.
Well, I guess we could try going back for him. I don't know if it works that way. But I should find my mother.
We've got to try, haven't we?
Well, if only 4 people
If
can
we help
fit
the
on the
wolves,
platform,
my mother will know what to do.
we can't all go back. Wasn't your mother in there with us? Is she with Rogar?
I don't think so. She said the wolves were in trouble.
Right, but wasn't she in the room with us before we came here?
What?
No, the
wolf
wolf that
isn't her
travels back
mother.
in is not her mother.
Oh. Okay, well, slow on the uptake. Where are we going?
That wolf is a boy.
He is a boy.
Man.
Yeah. Harbeck, you now quite clearly see he's a boy. Yep, definitely.
Oh, sure enough. Never checked the wolf's undercarriage before now. Wasn't that interested in it.
It's
Growling
definitely,
at you.
definitely a boy.
I don't know where he is right now, by the way.
You don't know where he
Brig,
is. I don't think I brought him.
Okay.
Brig kneels down on the altar and starts like fingering the glyphs, and
No, we
But-
don't have time. We have to help the wolves.
we have left one of our own buried in a cavern.
Lad,
If we find my mother, she will know how to fix it.
Din's been
She got a
right
chase
so
off
far.
wolf.
Just like you were right earlier. Let's follow her. Look, if Rogar's trapped in the cave,
I don't know which
he's
way to
got,
go.
let's see, box 9 feet by 9 feet by 9. He's got a week worth of air in there. At least a week. We can go help Din.
Harbeck, I know what it's like to be left alone, closed in a small room in the dark. I can't leave him there.
Brig, my mother got us this far. She's not going to leave him. But we need to find her so she can help.
I take
Din.
back everything I said about wanting to meet your family.
Okay.
Din, is,
Yeah?
is your mother a wolf?
Yes?
Pardon me for ignorance, but how is a wolf able to communicate with you in your head? And how would a
I don't
wolf
know. She's super smart. She
have
taught
any sort of magical power?
me to speak common.
I don't think your
She's
mom's
been
a
right
wolf.
so far. Well, of course she is. I've known her my whole life. I don't think I can get out that way. Wait, I'll climb through these bushes. I don't remember how to get out of here.
Greg, I don't know how to find Rogar. But if Din's mom is capable of magic, Din may be right. Her mom may have an answer to help us. As absurd as that sounds.
Brig, Rogar has a lot of religious training. He can meditate. He'll be okay in the dark, in that room for a few hours. Let's follow Din. She got us out of there. She's our best chance.
And with that, how about we take a short break?
Yeah.
Yes,
About
let's.
3 minutes. Now that we're out of the cave.
All right.
Alright, we will be back shortly for the last hour of tonight's session.
I'm scared.